held up kidogo. But
Oh, I
apparently,
just see
ni
it
kama
because
haikukuja.
I want to keep the programs running between 12 to 1 on my end, and then 8 to
Okay.
9 in Kenya end, so that it's just something that
Mhm.
runs flawless. Like people just know it is this time, you know. So anyone that's available just comes in, especially Saturday. Saturday is just a chat. We are just chatting, and you know, if another survivor patient wants to join us here, they are free to come on. So like today, yeah, I'll let you introduce yourself because there are people here that have not met you. But Shali will be hanging out here with me every Saturday whenever she has time, and you're going to see a lot of her. So Shali, tell them who you are.
Hi guys, I'm Shali. My name is Shali. I'm 27 years old. I was recently diagnosed with HER2 positive breast cancer. I'm also a mom to a 5-year-old daughter. Yeah, so I'm battling, and I believe I'll be a survivor very soon.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. You know, Shali, I'm
Yes.
almost 12 years older than you.
Really?
Yeah, you're very young. You're a
And you
baby.
don't look like you look like my age.
Hi, Sonny, you're here. Sonny, do you want to join us? Sonny, let me know if you want to join us. You can send a request. So yeah, so
Yeah, and we
I'm
can just
turning
have a chat.
39. I'm turning 39 this month.
Wow. Ah, nice.
Next
Aki,
year,
you don't look like Abisa.
someone
You
said,
don't look
wow,
like.
yeah, I'm turning 39 on August 29th. And I can't wait for next year. God, I just can't wait for next year. Do you know what I plan to do next year? I want to save and go on a cruise. I want to go on a cruise. Hi,
Nice.
yeah. So before you came
And you
in,
will go.
I'd started. I was already talking about. Someone says I look 32. I wish, man. I wish. I'm 39. I'm 39 on 29th. This month I'll be 39. Yeah. So yeah. So before Shali came, Shali had already
Wow.
started talking about my
Happy birthday
experience.
in advance.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I was already talking about my experience with the kids during cancer, especially during treatment. And I was saying the way my two older kids knew what was going on.
Okay.
Okay. I think Sonny has sent a request.
Okay.
Yeah, let's accept Sonny. Sonny is also a cancer patient.
Yeah.
So I was sharing how the older one avoided me. She did not want to come near me.
Oh, really?
Hi, Chad. Hi, Sony. How are
Hi,
you, my dear?
Yes, Sonny.
I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you. I'm fine too.
Okay, me too.
Hebu salimia wananchi wako wanaitwanga tapas.
Hi everybody, habari zenyu? Mko salama?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Ann Soni au Mudhoni na I'm under treatment of cancer. Nilipatikana nikiwa na cancer ilikuwa stage 4. But
Okay.
very soon nakuja na testimony.
Amen.
Cancer free.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah,
Amen
I
to
believe
that.
that. Yeah.
Because from every test comes testimonies.
Sure.
Exactly. From
Sure.
every test comes testimonies. And in the morning, when I came my morning session, we were laughing. Is it today or yesterday? We were actually laughing at the size of a mustard seed. Were you there in that session? Because God tells us you only need faith as small as a mustard seed. And I had never seen a mustard seed until last month. I went to the store to buy hizi madengu and beans. So I went to an Indian store. So as I was walking towards the beans and things that I know where they are, I saw something written mustard seed, and the scripture, the word of God came. You need your faith. As long as you have faith like a mustard. I'm like, so this is the mustard seed. Then I went to look at it. That thing, you cannot see one mustard seed.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
really?
only see when it is a lot of it. But if someone gives you one, maybe you can see it from a microscope. It is so small. And so imagine you just need something small like that for God to work his miracle. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, so
sure.
so nice to meet you today, Sonia. I know I've met Shirley before, but I've not met you before. Ebu, tell me, are you a mom also?
Yeah, I'm mom for 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Yeah. The last born ako ndio anamaliza class 8 KCPE. Ndio
Ah, the
anafanya
last born.
Congratulations, mommy.
yeah.
Hi, man, you're so lucky. Hi, Taffy. You're lucky.
Yeah.
My last one, I just did potty training 3 weeks ago, and her dad left.
Sorry.
That's when she learned how to go to the toilet by herself. Hi, Kababa. So today we were
Okay, so
today we were talking about,
let
you
me
know, raising our kids during cancer treatment. You know, and I know some people would be listening to us, you know, and wanting to learn from how we are doing things. And I was sharing about my 2 kids. You know, I have 3, but the little one was just 5 months, so she did not know anything that was going on. But the older 2, the firstborn and the secondborn, the firstborn was 6. She knew what was going on completely. I think she'd learned about cancer from TV commercials and all that. And she started avoiding me. She could wake up. Imagine I'm lying down, I'm from chemo, I'm lying down in my room. The second one would run to me and come all the time because that is how it made her, because she was seeing my body changing. And I think the fear in her made her want to be close to me all the time. All the time. That's the second one. But the first one did not want to be close to me. And it broke me. It broke me to pieces. I remember telling my mother, she does not want me. And something strange is, love you too, V8, love you too. Something strange is my mother also ended up thinking my child did not want me. And so, in a way, there was a barrier between my firstborn and me and my mom. So I actually thought that my child has just, you know, let me like, my mom is going to, you know, to die, to leave us here. So I actually even tried, and this is what I was telling you, my church and my hospital could not offer counseling. They normally have counseling. And by the way, you guys need to find out from your hospitals if they do. Because mine they offer, but during COVID time, they did not have that service. They closed it. Do they offer, Sony?
No. They don't
Or they
offer.
don't offer?
Okay, but I'll ask.
Yeah,
Let
find
me.
out.
Yeah, I'll find
Yeah,
out.
find out from your hospital, find out from your
Yeah.
church. Hospital and church. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they normally give me 1 minute. Hello? Hello? Those are just scams. So if the hospital does not offer, find out from the church, because I realize that counseling is very important to children when a parent is going through cancer. Very important. If they cannot offer, if you have a friend, someone who you know are good at speaking with children, they can take the child, you know, go eat some ice cream with them, or go play somewhere in a park somewhere, and just ask them a piece of their mind. Oh,
Yeah.
so do you know what's happening? You know, so that the child can let that out. One mistake that people do, and I was saying it earlier, they focus on the patient and they fail to focus on the people close to the patient,
Yeah.
and especially the children. There's the younger children, and then there's teenagers. Those people are so affected. So for me, my older one, something that helped me with the older one a bit is my friends. During a prayer time, my friends just clicked and thought, you know what? Our kids are friends with your kids, and our kids are older than your kids a bit. And their kids really love God, and they're very responsible kids. So do you know what we did? The two girls, the two older girls, they became the counselors and therapists for my older girl. Can you imagine? And I'll bring them next weekend on the show. So they talk about the experience, and they will be with Candy. You know? So these kids, they could meet every Friday. Every Friday, I remember school ended earlier, and then they could meet, I think, around 4 p.m. From 4 p.m.
Until we ate.
from 4 to 5, or was it 4 to 6? I think 4 to 5. 1 hour. Do you know what they did, these kids? Man, I don't know. Did I take these kids out after COVID? I need to take them out. So they could pray. They start off with prayer. And then once they've done prayer, and I used to go sometimes and listen. Once they've done prayer, they ask Candy, "Hey, Candy, how is your mom doing? How is your mom?" So I could hear her say, "Oh, my mom, she's okay. She went for treatment. She's just in her bedroom." And then they could ask her, "Okay, can we pray for your mom?" And then they prayed. And then after they prayed, they could start playing games. They just played games. You know, sometimes they just say, "Okay, you say this, and blah, blah, blah." And then in the middle of their playing, I think their mothers were guiding them in the background. Because really, kids could not do all that on their own. So you could hear someone in the middle of playing, another one poses questions and says, "Oh, Candy, how do you feel? How do you feel?" And then Candy sometimes would say, "Nothing." And that would break my heart. That would break my heart. You know? But you know, with the children, if a child tells you nothing, you don't know how to proceed. You don't know how to pick it up from there and say, "Okay, so if you're feeling nothing, why do you feel nothing?" You know, a counselor could know how to take that through. But I would say,
how to handle it.
yes. But I would say that session itself, at least it helped her a little. It helped her a little. It did not help her completely. And my second born, nothing helped her. She is still scared up to now. If she does not see me for a long time, she will come looking for me. And if she sees that I'm very exhausted, she will look at me in the eyes. She tell me, "Mama, are you okay?" Because she was always close to me, and she was a witness together with my mom one time when I was about to collapse in my bedroom. She was there. So I think that picture is still on her face. And her doctor, I actually spoke to her doctor, and I asked them if they can try and schedule counseling for her post-trauma, so that it can help, calm her spirit and help her to grow up without fear. But how are you handling it, Sally? How are you handling your own?
Personally, for me, it has been very challenging. I have a 5-year-old who is, I think I can say she's aware. I have never really told her what I'm going through, but she's aware. She sees me throughout the chemo process, the being sick, all that. Because we share a room with her. And most of the time, I live at my mom's place right now. So most of the time, she'd rather be with me. So you see, she gets to see me one-on-one. And then before the cancer, it was just me and her. Now the drastic change, I think also affected her somehow mentally, it was just me and her, and now people are full in the house. Her mom is not feeling well. So I've noticed even her school, she has started being affected in school so much. Other than the tantrums, the sudden tantrums, the emotions. I really try to teach her how to navigate through her emotions, but nowadays I feel like even that is hard. Most of the time she's not just comfortable in her own skin, and even in school she's withdrawn, all that. And when I get to ask her teachers, they just tell me my daughter is an extrovert. She's very playful, but sometimes you find she does not even want to go to school. When she's taken to the bus stop, she runs back home. So I feel like she has, what is it called? She has developed separation anxiety.
Yeah.
She has developed emotional, her emotions are not stable, because I remember like last week I wasn't home the whole week. I was out in Nairobi scheduling my surgery and all that. And I remember one time my mom called me and she told me, I don't know what she had done. So when I was talking to her and telling her that that is not good, you should not behave like that, I was like, what is wrong? What made you do that? I was trying to understand her point of where she's coming from. She was like, I'm emotional, and I told her, okay, talk to me about it. She was like, I can't even talk to anyone. And I asked why, because you're not here,
Oh,
So it makes me feel like sometimes it makes me feel like she feels she feels like she's alone. Most of the time I'm not home because I'm out in the hospital. I can stay even a whole week in Nairobi, just from hospital to hospital. And when she even leaves for school, I feel like sometimes she feels like she'll come home and I'll not be there, you know.
mm,
So it really hurts both of us in
yeah.
this process. And as you have said, most people, they only care about the patient. They don't
Yes,
remember the kids.
the
And
kids.
I feel that has been the case. That has been the case on my side, because everybody cares about me. Everybody is there minding me, but
Yeah,
no one ever bothers to check on her.
yeah,
And they even feel like, you should not be doing these things. You should not even be close to your mom right now. You're
yeah,
disturbing her.
yeah.
And I
Which
just
is
feel like
wrong.
it's wrong. She's not. It's very wrong,
Yeah,
because kids are not disturbing you. And if I'm being honest, you as the mother, you need them there.
yes, you need them.
We really need them there when we are recovering.
Yeah, you remember,
But
you
other
remember
people,
what
other
I
people,
talked about, my older one not coming close to me, it affected me. And
yeah,
the very one who could come and cuddle with me and hold me just slid under my blanket. It, there's something, it a roast in me. Something to do harder, to be here. I look at her next to me, I'm like, no, I have to be here. I have to be here. But the other one
yeah,
was drifting me. I'm like, oh, so she doesn't want me. She doesn't want to look at me. She doesn't want. So is there something you're
yeah.
thinking of doing about? But before you even proceed, Sony, have you noticed anything similar with your kids?
Yeah. Okay, for my kid, it's
Mhm.
the last born.
Yeah,
Last born, he was affected
yeah,
very. Yeah, but even firstborn,
yeah.
both of them. But for now, at least I make sure when I'm going to the hospital, we go together.
Okay.
They ask doctor questions. For now, they're okay. But
Yeah.
when I started medication, I think it was hard,
Mm-hmm.
very hard. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I start chemo, chemo put somebody down.
Yeah.
It put me very down, almost 2 weeks without eating, without anything. In fact, that moment, my kids, they are very down. For now, they are okay.
Yeah.
They cope.
Yeah.
We go to the hospital together.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now they're okay. But for the first time,
Yeah.
it was not easy,
Yeah.
even
It
to
was.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um.
Because every time they're coming to check on you, like, huh? What is going on? Huh? What is next? Because I remember the last born, when we were going to the school or back to school,
Mhm.
okay. I tell my son, now this is the time that now I can go back there.
Yeah.
I can go back home. You continue your studies, you start crying. I ask, why? Why are you crying? And from class 3, and now you are a big boy, you are crying.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was hiding. He told me, Mom, I'm thinking what next? I ask, what next? What? You are
Oh,
sick cancer. What next?
he asked you that?
You know, yes, yes. Hmm? So the headmaster told me, no, you can go back to your son. At least you talk for 2 hours. I give you 2 hours. Go somewhere, talk, and
Yeah.
then come back.
Or was he in
Yeah.
boarding
And
school?
I ask, yeah, even now he's in boarding school.
Oh, okay.
So I asked my son, you know God? You know God? Yeah, you know God can heal me. Yes. So I'm healed. So you have to. Even now it's okay. We are coping. We cope together. We are coping the situation together.
Mm.
But it's not easy.
Mm.
It's not easy for me. It's not easy. And
Yeah.
then for me on my side again,
Yeah.
people disappeared from me.
Oh,
Disappeared.
that's we
I'm
are going
really
to touch
sorry
it a
about
bit, but
that.
next weekend, so initially we are talking about that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but just complete
Yeah.
what you wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me it was hard, but I cancelled myself. I ask people, they come and go.
Yeah.
They are not my relative. Even my relatives, they disappeared. But
Yeah.
I look back my kids. I say, these are my kids. I don't want to know anybody else. Me and my God and my kids, because I
Yeah.
don't have parents.
Yeah.
So things are hard, let me tell you. And for me, I'm a politician.
Yeah.
So when I realized I'm sick,
Yeah.
I stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
was,
Thank you
yes,
so much, Kate,
thank
for
you,
having us, Tony.
thank
Thank you.
you, thank you. And I was almost number 2. So
Mm.
I,
Which position did you
yes,
vie for?
woman rep.
Oh, woman rep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So imagine I decided to keep off. I switch off my phones. I decided to hide myself. I don't want to see anybody. Let me concentrate
Mm-hmm.
with my
Thank you. Thank
life
you.
and my health.
Mm-hmm.
You see. So things,
Thank you, Kate.
now, let me tell you, God is so faithful because now I'm okay.
Yeah.
I can do my things.
Mm-hmm.
When they are seeing me in TikTok,
Yeah.
now they are starting calling me. What? But let me start when I realize I'm sick.
Yes.
I was taking my whatever. Um, I have a problem with forgetting.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Is it from chemo
Uh,
brain?
It's okay. It's
It's
chemo
okay.
brain.
We
It's
all.
normal.
That's why I bring this forum. I wanted to tell you, if your
Yeah,
friends left,
happens.
you have new friends. There is a season.
yeah,
There's a season for
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody and anybody. There was a season that those
yeah.
friends were supposed to be in your life, and this is your new
Oh yeah.
season. Now we are here. We are here.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we
Okay.
know when you say you have a problem with forgetting, we understand.
Yeah. Okay. I used to take
Yeah.
medical camp
Yeah.
in our village.
Yeah.
In our village. So when you take a medical camp there, you have to open it first. So for me, I have to open the medical camp. So I go through, check up all of them.
Yeah.
That's why I realize I'm sick.
Why are you not
Mhm.
Otherwise, I didn't. I
Why are you
think
not
cancer
talking?
is not painful.
Come and kiss me.
Cancer is not painful. You can't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they screen me, they see whatever. They see I have a problem with my uterus.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. So I can tell people, please go and screen yourself. Go and check your body. Go and check.
Regularly, at
Screen.
least
Yeah.
even annually
Yeah.
or every 6
Yeah.
months. It's
Because,
important. There's one
oh
thing,
yeah.
and allow me to stop you a bit, Sonny. There's one thing that
Yeah.
people normally do. They only wait for those terms that are called, oh, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So people will want to wait for October to go for check.
Yeah.
And if they miss that October, they say, let me wait for October next year.
Uh-huh.
Please, guys,
And
do
it's
not
very
wait for
bad.
those names. Go for your frequent checks as your doctor's advice. Don't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's why, anyway, it's good to screen
Yeah.
because kama sio hiyo medical camp singejua I'm sick.
Ungejua. Yeah.
Singejua. And I thank God because nilikuwa ninafanya awareness
Yeah.
from bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
So unaweza fanya awareness and it's you. Mungu
Yes.
anataka wewe uju.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look at God.
absolutely.
Look at God.
So
Mhm.
So I thank God for everything. I thank God for everything because now nimemaliza chemo, 5 chemo,
Yeah.
radio,
Mhm.
25 radio, and
Mhm.
black therapy,
Okay. Well, which one is
3.
black therapy? Well, that's for uterus cancer, uterine cancer.
Yeah. It's a uterus.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
they did they do the hysterectomy? Did they take out the uterus, or they've not done surgery yet?
No. It was stage 4. They can't move it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. But
Yeah.
the
And then
tumor did it. Mm-hmm.
no. Next week I'll go. This week ndio nilikuwa niende but financially I was down. I didn't go that week imeisha, so I think maybe next week or I don't know. I have driven, yani I have everything. I sell everything in me, everything, because people disappeared. Everything. Even now, I thank God because at least I make it to go to chemo. Chemo you paid. Here in
Yeah.
Kenya, it's not free. You paid. Okay, that were black therapy. I paid per section 40,000.
Mm.
So I thank God because I can feel a change. I can feel even in my body
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know God will heal me. I know God healed me because I don't have that pain in my uterus. I used to have that pain,
Yeah.
that small smell. I don't have that smell now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I think by next week I'll
Yeah.
make it to go and MRI.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because that's what I wanted to ask. If
MRI.
now they've done the scanning to see if the shrinkage has worked. So
Yeah.
now
So
for your
maybe
child,
next week.
yeah.
Yeah,
For your child though,
next week I think.
did you maybe talk to the head, the principal, if your child can get
Yeah,
counseling?
yeah. And they used to pray every time and then. Me, I'm a Catholic, so my son used to pray rosary every time, and then they even class teacher.
Yes.
Okay, they try and talk to my son.
Yeah.
They pray together. Even sometimes when he want to talk to me,
Yeah.
headmaster talk to teachers. Don't refuse this boy to call the mother anytime.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
So at
Okay. Yeah.
least yeah.
So it's good. It's good that they're doing that. And if they have a professional counselor in school, it can also help him because the teachers may talk to him, but they're not really trained in counseling. So if Sonny Clementina has talked to you there, thank you so much, Clementina. If a counselor in school, I remember in my high school, we used to have a guidance and counseling teacher. So that kind of a person can bring your son in and, create sessions like maybe every week, once a week, and just touch base with him, talking to him about, okay, so what do you feel about this? What are your worst fears? And what can you do about those worst fears? And what is it that you would wish to tell your mom? Such like questions that allow your son to express himself, because that is something powerful that counseling does.
Yeah.
It allows for someone to talk, to pour out. Because when someone goes into prayer continually, if someone, Maggie, yes, she will answer that. Just give us a minute. If someone goes into just prayer all the time, without, especially a young man, a young boy, without someone coming in to let them speak for themselves, it may be
Yeah.
hard for him. It may be hard for him to bring out what is in his heart. And I feel that it is important for him to bring it out. Then once it is
Yeah.
out, these trained counselors can help him work on this thing that he brings out. And that one I've seen with my daughter, the one that was so affected and she was keeping distance. I ended up, when I could not find the counselor, I turned into that counselor. And I asked her, what are your fears? And by the way, she's very, I don't know, you've seen her, she's very straight. And she'll tell me, Mama,
Yeah.
I'm afraid sometimes that maybe you will die. And I've reached that point. I
How
remember.
old was she then?
Your sister told you that?
Yeah.
How old was she then?
Oh, she was 6. She was 6 and
6. Wow. Okay.
she knew what was going on. She knew. And right now she's 9. And when I took them to dinner, she did well in school, so I took them to dinner. Someone gifted her some lion. There's someone who gave her a lion here, and then we took her to dinner. So when we went to dinner, she'd said from the house, she said, "Oh, Mama, I wanna eat cake today because we don't get to eat those here, So I told her, my child, anything you want, you go eat. So I gave them permission. There's one that ordered cheap fries, another one ordered pizza, and she ordered, I think, spaghetti and something. And then she wanted dessert. And I told her, okay, you can take whatever you want. Then she wanted to order something that looks like mandazi, and it was not making sense to me. I said, Mama, I cook mandazi. You cannot order this one. This is not really dessert. Take something meaningful. Then she said, okay, can I get a smoothie? And I told her, I did not stop her. Then she said, oh, but I will start coughing because we don't take cold things. Even when we buy any drink outside, we normally very well tell them, do not put ice because they will start coughing, So she said, oh, Mama, I'll start coughing. Then I told her, but you wanted cake. Do you want to look at the cakes? Then she's like, okay, no, I'll just leave. Then I realized this girl, she really wants it. But she's scared because of what I've gone through and what our lifestyle is now. So I said, you know what? I called the waiter because my doctor tells me once in a while you can indulge. You can go and taste a cake and eat it once in a while. So I ordered the strawberry cake and I brought it there. And when she saw me ordering, When the lady had left, she told me, Mama, I said, let the cake come. It is very delicious. And the cake came. And she was observing me. I took a spoon and I gave Kiki, the second one, the spoon. And we said, Kiki, let's dig in. And Kiki loves cake. So we started eating. And then my daughter, Mama, no. Mama, don't eat. Mama, don't eat. And I told her, you're afraid. You're still afraid. And she looked at me and she did not tell me yes or no. I told her, I know you're afraid. And do you know what I told her for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told her something that will help her as we proceed, because it's very important. Boniface Mururi, why are you sending a request? Did you have cancer, or do you have cancer and you have children? The people you see up on my live, as we normally do things that make sense, okay? So we are talking about our experience with cancer and raising children. So if you are not in the same category, I will not allow you to come to the guest, okay? So I told my child, I told her, Mama, I know you're afraid. Okay, you said, yep. All right, that's where now send request again and come up. So we have maybe another 10, 15 minutes. Then we'll get to meet you. Nice connecting. Send another request. So what was I saying? So I told my child, I told her, you know, I know you're afraid of one thing. You're still scared that if Mama eats this cake, Mama is going to die. Cancer is going to come back and I'm going to die, right? And she looked at me and I demanded an answer, actually. I said, Mama, I want you to be close with me. And she told me, yes, Mama. I told her, it is okay. And then I started telling her, Mom, and this one I was told at the hospital. I was told it is very important to talk to children about life and death. It is very important. But in our culture, death is a no-no.
Yeah.
Africans don't die. Oh, they are always killed. Have you ever realized? Have you ever realized Africans don't die?
Yeah.
If you become sick and you die, people will find reasons why somebody killed you. Hey, when I got cancer, it is around that time I told you guys that I was about to graduate with my PhD. Hey, somebody wants to kill me because of PhD. Somebody has been jealous about my success. They want to finish me. You guys, serious Africans that are here, we also die. We are mortal. We are not immortal. We are Sonny. We are bringing Boniface here to talk to you. This is your biggest encouragement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Push and come in. You saw what Boniface wrote there. Boniface, give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Push. It's okay. Push the door, my dear crybaby. Push the door and come. You're scared. Come.
Hello, everyone.
You can't. Okay.
Hi, Boniface.
Oh,
Thank you.
Boniface. Oh, I know this guy.
Clean your eyes and come here. Okay. Boniface, let me give you a few minutes to introduce yourself. You know, I've never met you. That's why you sent a request. Would you turn on your video first? Because everyone had seen Sony. So turn on your video, introduce yourself. Shh, quiet, sweetheart. Quiet.
Okay.
Quiet now. You're joining me in a very serious thing, okay? I need you to be quiet. So as I wait for you to turn on your video, I'll finish up what I was saying and then you'll introduce yourself. So there is Boniface.
Hi,
In fact,
Boniface.
let you introduce yourself first.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Boniface.
You're going to draw. Calm down. Yes, Boniface. Introduce yourself to us. It's my first time meeting you.
I've been
You know, that's why
I'm
I saw your request and I was like, who is this sending request? Yes.
Oh,
I'm
I
the
know
one.
Boniface.
Oh,
Yes.
you know
Sorry, she
Boniface?
is my friend. Sorry,
Yeah.
she is my friend. With the talk
Take it.
for me, I was my cancer started 2020, 2015 when I was 14 years. Have been fighting with cancer for like 7 years because back 2019 I was my cancer was stage 2 it was going to stage 3. That is the time when I was well diagnosed with the cancer. It was a tissue cancer. Mine, I was suffering from two cancers, tissue and bone cancer. But I was amputated my right foot back 2020. But I have been in my medication for from 2020 until now. But this year I was well diagnosed. I have no any cancer cell now. I'm okay. So these people they say that people they don't cancer it's like a normal disease that you can get malaria and you go through the medication and you come well. We really talk with Sonny. Sonny, she is my friend. We really talk so much. I give her very many encouragement.
Yes,
I say,
you don't want
yeah,
to eat it?
you can go,
Yes.
but I was suffering from it. I'm healthy. Just you go you follow the instruction that doctor give you. You follow the clinic. You follow everything, and then you trust in God. Everything will be okay. And I really thank God. Now
Yeah,
I'm cancer free.
everything will be okay. Yeah, so today we were talking
Yeah.
today. Actually, I normally have topics for each day. So today we are talking about children, children and how to help kids during cancer treatment. Okay. And I was actually, and you're so welcome. So nice to meet you. And then something else now we have, and what you said is very true. And that's why whenever people come to tell me, hugs, oh, sorry, I tell them, Somebody told me one time, I'm very lucky to be alive. And I actually replied and I told them, they are also very lucky to be alive. Because there are people who
Yes.
died of an accident yesterday, but they did not die. There are people who died of
Sure.
malaria this morning, but they did not die. So it is all the same. Okay, so we need to help our friends and our community to start seeing us as normal humans, because
Yes.
many times if people, that's why many people are afraid to come out and let people know that they've had cancer or they have cancer, because people will start treating them differently, you know, and we want just to be treated equal, the same. Don't look at me and look at that person that you will be seeing in a coffin next month. That is normally my problem, because somebody will be telling you, hey, you'll be okay, but what their mouth is saying is different from how their face looks like when they're looking at you.
Yeah. You know,
Because they'll be like,
I,
you'll be
I do
okay, you'll be okay.
you
They're
know
already fearing on their face, but they're telling you you'll be okay. All right. But yeah, so we'll cover all that another time. But right now, I was talking about, when I told my daughter that her fear is of death, of me. And my doctor had told me actually to talk to my children about death, just like I talk to them about life. All right. Thank you so much, Marion. And when I talked to my child and I told her, Mama, life is like a vehicle. There is that time you go to the stage and you board the vehicle. Or we go to our car in the garage, we get into the car. And then we'll drive that car. When I'm dropping them to school, the first one will be dropped. That is their point of getting out. Then another one, then another one. That is like life. Hey, Sheila, that is like life. Everybody has a stage where they will alight. And that conversation helps our children. You're not telling them that you will die. but you're allowing them to treat death as part of life, because death is part of life. Okay? So I had to tell my child that so that she can stop fearing when she sees her mother tasting cake. You know, if I eat cake once in 2 months, I come and eat it. I don't want her to feel like tomorrow there will be an ambulance will be picking my body from the house. Because that one, I am not helping her. And I need to help her to toughen up, because the world is about toughening up, you know. And Charlie, you, if you realize that with your child, what do you think? What are you doing, you know, that can help your child in terms of counseling? Have you thought about maybe the church, one of her teachers, or, you know, is there something you've thought?
Well, first of all, when I noticed that, the first person I contacted was her class teacher, because she gets to spend more time with her. So the class teacher transferred me to the principal, because I think the school is new and the principal overrules everything. So the principal wasn't really what? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Take that one. The principal wasn't really helpful, because the first thing she said is she was focusing on more on the grades, how the child will perform, and how and I was like, I don't feel like this is a studies thing. I feel like she's affected by my
Yeah.
condition. Jana shilifungia hapo. I feel like she's affected by my condition. And then she was very ignorant, by the way. That's why we need to destigmatize cancer. Because
Yes.
she was like, you know, a child is normally not affected unless she sees like blood or something. You know, I felt that was very ignorant, and that's why I stopped going to school for help. Not even help for. I stopped trying to partner with the school to help my child, because I felt like the teacher, the principal there is not doing enough. She's not even feeling the situation, you know. She does not see it as anything big, because she was like, unless your child sees blood, that is not anything to be concerned of.
But
Kids
the
normally
children,
don't get affected.
the children see
So,
us losing our hair. The children are seeing us losing our hair. The children are seeing us going through surgeries. The children are seeing us losing.
yeah,
They're seeing all these things.
yeah. So I've really thought of therapy, but I've thought first let me right now they are on holiday here. I thought
Yeah.
let me stay with her. Actually, we are on a mini vacation right now with her.
Oh,
Just me and
good,
her and one of our friends and her daughter.
good,
We are here
good.
to just wind up, you know, go and play, just try and get her mind off that. And then when we go back, I think I'll sign her up for therapy. I'll sign us up, all of us, because this is not only affecting her, it's affecting all of us. When it affects her, it affects me too. You
Yeah,
know, so I think we will have a family therapy, and she'll have her sessions alone. I think that's the only way I can help her, because going to school, I feel like the teachers are not taking it as serious as it should be. The class teacher understands. She
yeah,
really understands, and she even told me, have you considered it something? It's due to whatever you're going through. And
yeah,
but you know, she does not have that much power in the
yeah,
school, because the school is new, it's relatively very small, so the principal gets to be in every student's business, so
yeah.
she does not get that time with her. So I
Mhm.
think what I'll just do personally, we'll go to therapy, both of us, me and her, and she can
Yes,
have her own sessions alone. Yeah, so I think that's the only way I can get to help her. And also take time to just sit with her, to her, cuddle, and all that, you know, because I think at 5 years old to go through that, not even at 5 years old, any age bracket, when kids see their parents, mother or father, go through such things, they get really affected. It's not even an age thing. Boniface, are you there?
Yeah,
Are you guys there?
yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
there's a child here that's really.
it's
Continue.
okay. It's okay.
Uh,
She's
okay.
needy. Tend to her needs.
All right. So do you, I know, yeah, the therapy will really help. If you're able to get therapy,
Yeah,
I
it
tell
will
you
help.
that's the best thing. That's the best thing. Professional
Yeah.
therapy. And in the meantime,
Hmm.
before that time comes, if you notice, it's becoming extreme, you can, identify a few friends if you have any, that can talk to your baby, play with them a game and pick on their brains, and that can also help. That can also help. If you want me to come in, on a video and chat with her, I'll be glad to do that. Always. We
I'll
are a
introduce you.
sisterhood, we are a
I'll
family.
introduce the two of you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
please.
introduce the two of you.
Yeah, please do. Because I
Yeah,
think
because I
we can
feel,
play some games and chat.
and I feel like sometimes, for you, you understand what I'm going through. You understand what your
Yes,
kids went through.
yes.
For
Mm-hmm.
other people, it's
Yeah,
hard for them to understand. So when they come in, they won't handle the child the way
yeah,
someone who has gone through the same thing will.
yeah, yeah,
Even a therapist. Okay, a therapist is a professional. They're
yeah,
trained to do these things.
yeah.
But when it comes to friends, I feel like they're not equipped
Yeah,
for that. Because
yeah.
even the people around me,
Mhm,
they normally feel like my child is too needy. She's
mhm.
disturbing me at this point. She should just leave me be. That's how they perceive the way she approaches things. And I'm like, no,
Mhm,
I want her to be needy. I want to still feel like her mother. I want her to be able to communicate her feelings to me, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But so I feel like talking to friends, letting friends handle her will defeat the purpose because they
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what she's
yeah,
going through.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
true. That's true.
I'll be glad if you'll be
Mhm.
her mini therapist.
Yeah, sure. I will.
You'll
I will.
yeah.
I told
I'll
my
introduce
friends,
the
my
two of
friends wants to their kids to be my kids mini therapist. And I think what helped with my
you.
friends is that
Yes.
they were so close to me and they're in my prayer group. And then one of them worked at the hospital where I go for treatment, MD Anderson. And then the other one is kind of a therapist herself. So they knew how
Mm-hmm.
to mold their children to meet
That's what
that
to.
need at that time. You know, so yeah, let's talk on
Mm-hmm.
the side on WhatsApp, and then let me find out the dates and times that she's home and the best times that work for you so that I fit her. I fit her in my schedule. We will do that. We'll do that. And I think if she sees, my hair growing and all that, she will know, Mama will be fine. And at least it can give her that push to
Okay.
continue with school and perform well. Right? Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so anybody in the audience with a question,
Yeah.
we are about to leave.
Yeah.
We normally take
Sure.
just 40 minutes. So today we took quite a long time. If you have any question, we are taking just 2 questions and then we'll call it a day. Um, I'm coming back later today, of course, with my
Can
usual
I
Saturday thing.
answer?
I'm coming to cook chapati. Yes, Sonny, go ahead.
Can I answer Margaret? I think Margaret,
Oh, Maggie asked
she
a
asked
question.
something.
Okay, okay.
Let me check.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
about
no, she
family
said she
planning,
wanted to
eh?
talk to me, and I sent her my number.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any other question here. Maggie said, Dan, I want to talk to you, so I shared my number. I hope you took my number, Maggie.
Maggie,
No,
please, Maggie,
Maggie
you're
also
asking
asked
about
which
family
family
planning.
planning Sony was using.
Oh, yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, I don't, I'm not using any family planning, even almost 20 years. I used once. It was called, I can't remember that name. They put it in the hand. Eh? You remember that family planning?
Yeah.
The one that people normally put here.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what's called. I've never used family planning.
Yeah, long time ago. So
Okay.
from those years, I don't use anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People say the cancer for uterus. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can't get a cancer of uterus because of family planning. No.
You can. Let you finish and then I
Hmm.
can tell you.
But
You can.
50-50.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
can.
50-50.
Yeah, it's 50-50. Not everybody gets cancer anyway. There are people that are more predisposed than others. Okay. And then there's one major thing. Women who are watching this right now, when they're given family planning, find out there are options in the market that are not hormonal. Many women get cancer from hormonal treatment. So the family plannings that you get, if it has a lot of estrogen or a lot of progesterone, it may lead to hormonal cancers. Many breast cancers and uterine and cervical and what those ones are mainly hormonal cancers for many of them. Okay. So I can give you my own example as we wrap up. I have never been on like family planning done on me and everything. However, if you've heard of endometriosis, I had endometriosis. I was one person, if I have periods, I would cry. I would be very, very sick. I would be very, very sick. Yeah, Linda has given us the name there. And I ended up going to my doctor. My doctor is a very good doctor. And I've never been told him what happened after. If you've heard of Professor Koigi, I think he's one of the few OBGYNs in Kenya who is a professor, not doctor. If you call him a doctor, he tells you, I'm not a doctor, I'm a professor, you know. And he saw me and he took me to surgery. He did surgery for me. He did laparoscopic, whatever. He wanted to see more of what was happening. And it was just, the way a whole year, small hole, go in and see what's happening, laparoscopy. And then he found that there was a problem. I had endometriosis. So he went and scrapped off those and took those off. And then one thing that we do when we are given prescriptions, we do not read. I did not read. And even if I read, I could not understand. If it was my mom, she could have understood. I see her taking the boxes and reading and telling a doctor, I cannot take this one. I did not do that. So he gave me medicine that was estrogen. He was giving me hormonal treatment for 6 months after surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Hormonal treatment. And when I got breast cancer, one of the questions I was ever asked, have you ever been placed on hormonal treatment? And I said no. I've never been put on hormonal treatment. I did not know. But one thing about me is whenever I come from anywhere and I have some kind of treatment, especially surgeries, because I'm asked, have you ever had surgery? Here they ask you. So I list down the surgeries I've ever done. So there was that one, and then I have to give them the name of the medicine that I was given. So that one was on my records with my primary care doctor. So when I was being treated at MD Anderson, the records can be seen. So the doctor can access the records from St. Luke's. And they were actually asking me something that they were seeing on the system. But me, I was like, no, I've never been on any hormonal treatment. Then they told me, but there's medicine here that looks like it was a hormonal treatment. Did you have endometriosis? And I said, yeah, I had endometriosis. Then she just brushed up and said, I think you're on hormonal treatment after that. Then that's when I went to the package because I still had it in my room in the drawers. When I read it, that's when I started to understand. So they told me that especially breast cancer and other hormonal. Breast cancer, for instance, they say people that are highly likely to get breast cancer, number one, genetic, genes. Number two, if you've been on hormonal treatment. Number three, if you've never had a child past 30 years, you're 30 years, you've never had a child to breastfed. Four, this one is, I think, is a big lie. They say if you've never breastfed your children. I breastfed all my children, but I still had it, you know. So my doctors were highly, highly leaning towards the hormonal treatment. Okay. So if you've had that kind of hormonal treatment, they say right now, there's a lot of family planning medicines that are not hormonal leaning. So if your doctor is giving you family planning, ask your doctor, would you give me an alternative that is not hormones? And they will give you that. They will understand that you know, because they know. But many manufacturers of medicine, big pharma, in America they call it big pharma, many manufacturers want the doctors to market and give out their products. You know, so if you know it, you just say, oh, give me an option that does not have hormones, and that will work with you. So yes, some of those medications cause cancer. All right, so you guys, one more question. We are leaving at 1:30, 9:30. We have 2 minutes. If there is no other question, you guys will excuse us. We took a long time today. We normally want to take maximum 15 minutes. Yes, Brenda said, just like accepting terms and conditions, we agree without reading. Very dangerous move. And that reminded me, you know, nowadays, like even when you're downloading an app or doing something, you go to a hospital, guys. Have you ever gone to a hospital and then they give you hospital terms and conditions, and something like a booklet they want you to sign? Oh, so read this, then sign. And then you look at all the pages that they've written for you, and you're like, you are sick, you cannot read all those things. You know, so you just append your signature, you're like, let me sign. And then something happens to you and you want to sue the hospital, they will say, no, you signed. But like, I signed, what did I sign? And then you go back and look at the things you signed. You realize, oh no, what did I sign? So you guys, make sure. Someone has said we are very busy. You guys, I hope from our session today, you're going to learn, please. Yes, you signed your life. Exactly. Guys, stop signing your life. Read. Make it a habit to read. Because especially medicines, if you don't read, you will be taking medicine that will harm you. Start reading your medication packets and packages and the papers that are inside there. Read them. And you may save your life sometime. All right? So any parting shot, Charlie, you're the one who is finishing the program. Parting shot, and then we close.
Well, first of all, Diana, I feel like we haven't even exhausted everything.
We are going to be meeting every Sunday.
Should have...
This is me and you and anybody to join us every Sunday, every Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, we should really exhaust on this because it's a very broad subject and topic. But my parting shot would be, anyone at a home, when you get home, it really affects a kid. As long as you're a mother or a father or a parent struggling with anything, your kids get affected. So stop ignoring your kids. Their physical, their mental stability and emotions depend on your own. So whatever you'll go through, your kids will go through it also. Talk to your kids. Option your therapy. It's not. Therapy is not just for the. Whoa! I'm surrounded by so many people here. Okay.
Hi, kiddos.
I finish with this and then.
Yeah. Hi.
Well, hi. Now these are.
Where is she?
Therapy is not just
my new
for
friend. Yeah. Hi, my new friend. We are going to talk, okay? Hey, I love you. Yeah.
Okay, as I was saying, therapy is si ya wenda wazimu peke yake. Si ya wenda wazimu. You know, when people hear about therapy, they feel now you think I'm crazy. No. Therapy is important. Take your kids to therapy whenever you have a problem, whenever they have a problem. Don't ignore their emotions. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We will be back here on Saturday, 12 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. East African Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a whole schedule on my profile, so you can see every day what sessions I have. Tomorrow, I'm bringing a preacher here who is going to be encouraging patients and caregivers. Tomorrow, same time, 12 p.m. I hope this, somebody learned from this. And if you're a patient and you'd like to join, please let me know. On Mondays, I have doctors from 12 p.m. to 1. Not only doctors, dietitians. It's a session called Ask the Expert. So if you're a doctor, if you're a dietitian, nutritionist, if you are somebody in a profession that impacts cancer patients, survivors, and thrivers, let me know if you want to be on this show, because we are growing slowly and this information is helping many people. On Tuesday, we have cancer patients. If you are a cancer patient, if you're a cancer survivor, want to join on Tuesday, let me know. On Sunday, preachers, I need ministers, teachers of the word. I need you to come and encourage people. On Wednesday, now we have development topic on Wednesday. Okay, also we got a blackout. So if you are in any, Wednesday is where I have guests that are not related to cancer. If you are in fish farming, if you are in something else, and you want to share ideas with people that can improve their lives, you're welcome to come on Wednesday. On Thursday is a cultural day. I will be bringing here soon. I'll be coming in with people from all over the world. I have somebody from the Caribbean. We are getting somebody from Asia, somebody from Europe. It will be a laughing session. We'll be coming here to talk about different cultures and how things are done, just to break the stress from other sessions. And on Friday, I'm taking you on a tour of America. On Friday, I am visiting different restaurants that are vegetarian and vegan, just for you to know some of the foods that you can order as a cancer patient, a survivor, or somebody on strict diet. What can you order when you go into a restaurant? So those are the programs I have on my show every day from 12 p.m. to 1 Central Time, 8 p.m. Kenya. And then apart from those sessions, I have cooking sessions. I'm about to come cooking. I know many of you like it when I come cooking. So I'm about to come cooking in about 2 hours. And those cooking sessions will be live recording sessions also. So we will be doing recordings, which I will be taking to YouTube. So I've built a very different kind of schedule, and I know we are going to have a lot of fun together, and we are going to learn together, because me and Shirley and Sonny, we don't want you to get cancer. One thing I normally say is, I wish cancer, I'm the one who got cancer last. I don't want someone else to get it. It is a painful thing to get. And if you can do something to try and avoid it, I say try because many times you find people will do everything, but they will still get cancer. Okay? So we will be here to chat with you, share our lives with you. If there's any patient, I believe that they will be encouraged by us, and they can always reach us if they have questions. Okay? But other than that, God bless you all so much. Babi hit you? Okay, I'm done with our friends. I'm coming to talk to Babi, okay? All right, guys. Charlie, love you, my sister. Take care, and let's meet again next Saturday. Bye. Hi,
Okay.
Shakira. Bye.